Exactly.
And I will also make note of this. This resort is wristband free. All right. So you know them ugly wristbands that be like
shower with, like, oh my gosh.
They start to like unravel if they're like a certain material. It's too much.
I hate them.
Hate them with a passion.
Yes.
This resort does not have them. It is a honor system. They know you here and you good. So no ugly bracelets messing up your photos.
That made the pre-check-in process easy too, because usually you have to go around and explain like, oh, I haven't got my room yet, but I still want lunch. Like we didn't have to do any of that. They're like, we were treated like guests even prior to even getting.
Yeah, I thought that was Hey, welcome to another episode of Travel, Fly, Sexy. I'm your co-host, Natasha Wilson, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I'm your co-host, Sincerely Jasmine, owner of Boss Babes Love Brunch.
Period. Today, guys, we're taking it back to the Riviera Maya.
Y'all know we love Mexico.
Y'all know we live for Mexico. Visit Mexico.
If you're not going to go nowhere, go to Mexico.
Your girls are waiting, okay?
Yes.
But we visited a new resort, Valentin Imperial, adults only.
Yes.
So we got to give y'all the tea, all right? So before we jump into it, a little bit gotta smell from our inbox to yours. Take us away, Jess.
All right now. This week got me a little skeptical. So I don't know. Be mindful. So this week's gotta smell. There was a video of TSA security stealing items out of the, buckets going through screening. So as they were making their way, before they made their way through the cameras, they were and letting them go through.
Child, just taking people's stuff.
Yeah, it was two guys caught on camera, obviously TSA workers. So the caption was, stay with your bags until it goes through screening.
Which is what I did.
And sometimes, security can be packed to where you're like, just let me get in line. Like, let me put my stuff in this bucket, take my shoes off, and then go get in this line. So you may just have yourself on a conveyor belt. And
that was a mess.
Yeah, I never even thought about that.
Because why would you? You have a trusting spirit. You don't think that someone's going to steal from you
crazy.
In the few minutes that you're just going from putting your things on the belt to going through the security.
So crazy.
That's such a violation. Like,
right.
Come on, y'all.
And in that
we
time,
trust y'all.
I'm not checking my bag. Like,
no,
I'm not looking through my bag.
I'm throwing
through my purse and making sure my AirPods and everything's in there. Like, again, it's a line. So it can be packed. So it's like you just grab your items, put your shoes on, whatever jewelry you may have had to take off, and just like gather your things and go. And if you need to sit down and get yourself together at the gate, or whatever.
You're still not checking your bag though.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You probably don't notice that is missing
until you know
you're at your destination. Maybe
until you need whatever it is, and you're like, oh, where's my portable charger, or where's my
$300?
Yeah,
like cause cash. You keep cash. You take cash out
so true.
When you're traveling. Like sometimes people have wads of money. Like, oh my god, that. I am disgusted.
Yeah,
I am
gotta do better.
Disgusted, and I am disappointed.
Yeah,
and obviously, I would think that those actions of these two individuals do not represent the entire TSA organization.
Of course,
but that is just so like it's making everybody side eye everything now and second guess it and worry about it.
Exactly,
like we got enough to worry about as people. Now you telling me at the airport I'm not safe? Come on.
And it's just so much. Like, so it's really just a vulnerable moment because there's so much going on in that moment. Like, don't let you be running late. Like, because we get there just in the nick of time.
Right.
So I don't have time to check no bags. I'm just all over the place. So once I get maybe in my transfer to the resort or wherever I'm going, that's when I'm finally like, oh, let me make sure this is in my bag, or let me pull this out.
That is disgusting. I am so sorry to the people that have
been violated. Me is like, I want to know what they took.
You so extra.
I'm just curious.
I'm telling you,
like, what are y'all looking for so I can know?
Some money clips,
stuff.
some little designer trinkets, like all those little easy to swiftly take out somebody's stuff. Like, I'm on to you. Didn't really steal an iPad. That's a little much. We gonna definitely see like maybe a little AirPod, little wallet, like something that you could just put in your palm. I'm assuming, but yeah, New Zealand is like, what did they get? That is messed up. And hopefully they're fired because I mean it was pretty. Oh, they're like indicted. Yeah, it was pretty vivid. Like, that video was pretty vivid. So yikes. Yeah, that was just again stay on your toes, watch your bag as it makes its way through screening as much as you can, without causing a chaos and TSA. But yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see now that this video has gone mainstream, watching people go through TSA now. Yeah, like, does this change how people like maneuver through? And it's different, I think, with the pre-check side versus the main side. I ain't been on the main side in a while. So when Jasmine said, "Take off your shoes," I was like, "Yeah." But I understand that our viewers all different styles of travel. So exactly, I get that part. Yeah, but it just makes me realize like I need to always have a zipper or something that like kind of because like I'm used to like maybe a tote bag. Or something where it's like more open range, and but I'm like a never full, so it's just open. I'm like yeah, you're right. Let me make sure I have a zipper. Yeah, you make sure I have something that I could at least make it a little more difficult. Or because honestly, I do have those items that are just kind of just right there. Even the way like the way we carry those bags is like easy to just kind of go in and take anything out. 100%. And because they're just those tote type bags, it's like I don't know what's in there. Like I don't know where it's at. Facts. I just found that little thing in my bag, and I was like, "It's been in here for years. It was at the bottom of my never full." TSA would have got it. So moral of the story: get a zipper bag. Yeah. All right, and don't play with TSA because they're not playing with you. Yeah. Hey y'all, it's your girls of 𝗕𝗏𝒃𝒄𝒄. Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗏𝒃𝒄𝒄. And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗕𝗏𝒃𝒄𝒄, shoot us an email at info@𝗕𝗏𝒃𝒄𝒄.com. Now let's get back into the episode. With that, we go to our topic today. So Jasmine and I just got back from Valentin Imperial Resort in Riviera Maya. Yep. Adults only resort. Yes. 5-star. 5-star. Adults only, all inclusive. So we're going to break it down for y'all today so that y'all know what this resort is about, what they have to offer, and see if it's a good fit for you. Exactly. So shall we start with the location? Yes. Because both of us was like, yeah, put my head down, looked up. I was like, oh, we here. And obviously we've both stayed in the Riviera Maya area as we've, had episodes in the past about different resorts we've stayed at. And the distance can vary because the Riviera Maya area does extend outside of the Cancun area. So it can be anywhere from like, let's say like 20 to maybe you can go up to an hour. Yeah, so 20 to an hour depending on the area. Well, depending on what resort. But the Valentin Imperial just so happened to be right on the cusp of Cancun and Riviera Maya. 20 minutes. Yeah, like literally that 20-minute mark. Like it was fast. I think we just so accustomed to at least 45 minutes. At least 40 minutes. Like I just was like, I knew for a fact, I'm like, we're going to be in here for a quick 40. Like I timed it out. Like once we leave the airport, get in the transfer, we'll still get to the hotel fairly early. We got to that hotel 20 minutes from our landing. And I think that that's a good thing to note because I know sometimes people, even with our last episode, we were talking about just quick vacations. Like that's something to consider. Yes, exactly. Because you don't want to spend all of your time transporting to and from the property. So 20 minutes exactly, and even to get to the vacation. We even talked about shared versus private. That's one of those options where you can go shared if you like because it's such a quick ride. It's not like you're sitting in there for an hour with strangers. Like it's just like you're definitely going to be one of the first ones dropped off. So, but don't get it twisted. We were private. Thanks. Just for the cheap folks like me. We were private. Before we keep going into the property, I just got to tell y'all what happened to me before we got out of the airport because I just don't want this to happen to you. Oh, yeah. So myself, my crazy self, I had the road to myself. So when you have the road to yourself, you just think everything is yours. And you're just putting all your stuff down. The world is your oyster.
The world is yours. The plane is yours.
Y'all, I sat my phone on the seat, gathered all of my things, and I told myself, put the phone in your bag. But I was like, no, I'm going to want to have it when we're going through customs. Right. Thinking the customs line was going to be long. That's another story because it wasn't.
At all.
Got off the plane and left the phone, y'all. And to our earlier point, it's like you're not looking for the items until you need them.
Until you need them.
So we get all the way to customs. And I'm like, my phone. Y'all, first of all, I had to run back and I ran the wrong way. Then I had to run the other way. I was out of breath. I couldn't breathe, couldn't speak Spanish. It was a lot. And I finally get to the gate and they were literally dropping my phone into like the bag that they were about to take it. And I was like, that's my phone, please.
I need it. Literally, we didn't even, thank God we didn't make it out of customs yet.
Yes.
Because if we would have made it out of customs, it would have made it in that bag and it would have been a whole process.
Oh my gosh, that would have added so much time to our trip. Y'all, so just put your stuff in your bag.
Make sure you have your items before you get off the plane. That's always like the biggest fear. Like, what did I leave? I'm always scared that I'll leave my passport.
Yes,
so as soon as I get on the plane, I'm like, I have my passport. Like, so make sure you have those important items because everything else you can get again. But that phone and that passport for this short period of time, you need that in your wallet.
And they always be saying it. Make sure you have all your belongings over the thing. Oh, yeah. You don't listen. You're not listening. Yeah, I'll be listening from now on. I was so scared.
And then we both were also, another sidebar, we were both very close to missing this flight.
Oh, yes.
Very, very close to missing this flight.
I'll just see you later.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not coming. I was like,
I'm not going to
make it. She was like, I still have another flight booked. Like, I'll just get on that. Yeah. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I'm close to not making it too. So, like, let's hope we both make it. And we got there by the skin of our teeth.
This is where you shout out having TSA pre-check because I texted Jasmine at 21, just arrived, 6:21. And I text her 9 minutes later because, you can swipe to your iPhone and see the time. 9 minutes later, I text her and said, in my seat.
Yes.
9 minutes later. So I went to security. I walked all the way to the gate. I checked in with the at the desk, had to show my passport for verification and got in my seat in 9 minutes.
Yeah. We was pushing it.
The Lord was on my side.
Yeah, that was. So all to say that very close to not making it to Valentin Imperial.
But we made it. And we got to share the tea with y'all today.
We made it.
So yes, the location is wonderful. 20 minutes, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And honestly, the location of the resort itself, like, we're going to get into it with that beach.
That beach, oh my gosh. Damn. I literally have a video of me like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, that beach is nice. Yeah. And with a lot of, well, not a lot, but there are some resorts in Mexico that do not sit on the beach, where you don't have a beach and you may have to go to a beach or you may not have the best beach and you may have to, transfer to, catch a ride to go to like a actual beach. Yeah. So the fact that this was like sitting on the most beautiful beach in Riviera Maya, you didn't have to go anywhere, which we did. Right. So we'll get to the beach in a moment, but let's talk about like the check-in process.
Yes. Because I specifically really enjoyed, like, our room wasn't ready. We got there probably like 11:45. Like, it was still morning. So the room was not ready, but they have courtesy rooms on, like, in the lobby-ish area, which I thought was a great touch. So there were there was an area that the bellman took us to that had about 5 different courtesy rooms, which were equipped with full showers, bathrooms, changing area. And that was for you to be able to switch into your vacation gear, which for us is just swimsuits, and actually start enjoying the benefits of the property without having to wait for the room.
Yeah.
And so while many resorts do allow you to do that, I like the fact that this one had designated rooms.
Yeah, because the idea of like actually being like, okay, I'm going to be on a resort, I'll get lunch, but you're like,
I'm still in my airport
until
clothes.
I get into the room. So it's like you still have to wait until check-in before you even think about really fully exploring the resort.
Yeah.
But we were able to like really utilize those like 3 hours or so to like really dive into the resort. So it didn't take any time
cabanas, do lunch. Like we were outside.
Right. It was great.
I almost forgot that I didn't have a room.
No, for real. It felt like we was already checked in. Like
it did. And that was really
like,
cool.
oh, actually we gotta go to our room.
Yeah.
So speaking of the check-in process, obviously, is it all inclusive without a welcome drink? But I thought the best part about their check-in process was it was seated. So, you know, sometimes you go into a resort, you have those long lines, you have to stand in line, stand at the desk, etc. They take your bags, concierge takes you into a air-conditioned seated area, sits you down, presents you with a welcome drink, and then, you know, once it's your time to check in, they'll come get you and sit you at the desk and go through the full check-in process with you. So I thought that was super convenient.
Yeah, it definitely added a level of luxury to the welcome, you know, because they're just like, you know, seated and you're kind of away from the actual desks, but you're in a seated, comfortable area and they're taking care of you while you await for, you know, someone to become available to check you in.
Exactly.
And I will also make note of this. This resort is wristband free. All right, so you know them ugly wristbands that be like
shower with, like, oh my gosh,
they start to like unravel if they're like a certain material. It's too much.
I hate them.
Hate them with a passion.
Yes,
this resort does not have them. It is a honor system. They know you here and you good. So no ugly bracelets messing up your photos.
That made the pre-check-in process easy too, because usually you have to go around and explain like, oh, I haven't got my room yet, but I still want lunch. Like we didn't have to do any of that. They're like, we were treated like guests even prior to even getting keys.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
and that does add to, you know, the point about service, because I felt like the service was great there.
The service was awesome.
We did have an evening where somebody was very tired. We were just like, all right, player, you clearly tired. We're going to let you live. But everybody else
was great, yeah.
They were wonderful. Even like literally once we got, like first getting there, the way that the bell staff greeted you and welcomed you.
Hospitable.
It was extremely hospitable and you felt like, all right, I'm about to have a time.
Yeah.
It was cute.
And the resort's also gorgeous. Like the resort grounds were amazing, from entry to once we started to explore, going down to the beach. It's huge.
It's huge.
But doable.
Yes. Oddly enough.
Yeah, huge but doable. Like it's not like one of those properties. That's what she said. Sorry.
Where I can't help myself. I was going to let it stay there. Now
she always get me.
I know. This is how Michael Scott felt. I know.
But it's good to the point where you don't need a cart. So they do have those carts that you can arrange for them to pick you up and, you know, take you to your building or take you to the beach, take you to a restaurant, etc. But it wasn't a necessary thing to where everywhere you went, you needed a ride. Because there are some resorts where you have to call a ride before you leave the room.
Yeah. So they can be waiting for you outside.
Yeah, or there's some resorts that have bus systems or shuttle systems on their property because they're so large. So it's a huge property with a lot to offer, but it is walkable.
I would 100% agree with that. Yes. And to your point about the property, it's almost feels like it's in a jungle. It probably is in a jungle, but the way that they've crafted the grounds, it's like jungle beach. Not jungle, but beach. I don't know. But it's gorgeous. It's stunning. And then that beach, white sand.
So
like straight white sand.
Like, it doesn't look real.
It doesn't.
Like it looks out of a movie. Like that beach, one of the most beautiful beaches I've seen, like in Mexico for sure.
Yeah. It
was gorgeous.
That's when you think of Riviera Maya, that's the beach that you envision.
Exactly.
Just
the water.
Stunning.
If you're a beach person, like if you're just like, I like to chill on the beach, spend a day at the beach, just ordering my drinks and food to the beach.
Yes.
This is for you.
Water blue.
So blue. And like they have cabanas. So you can rent a cabana depending on your status with the resort. I believe some of them are free with certain categories. Levels, or you can rent it. And just kind of sit out there all day. Yeah. They have a bar right on the beach, so you don't have to go far to order your drinks. And they also had beachside service, so they were having people come around and bring you the drinks. So yeah, it was really nice.
Get into the restaurants and the bars and the
yes.
Because
so many.
Like this property has 8 or 9 restaurants.
Yep. 8 restaurants.
And 11 bars. 11 bars.
Double-digit bars is crazy.
Double-digit bars is wild. Sign me up.
Yeah. And they didn't disappoint. Like with the food options, the drink, like it really was worth it. Like I feel like a lot of, you think, again, we talk about this often, you think all-inclusive resort, you're like, the food's going to just be that buffet style.
Yeah. I'm
not
going to rock out. I'm going to just be drunk.
Yeah, I'm going to worry about the food. Exactly. Even with the drinks, sometimes you're like, the drinks are going to be subpar. I got to have 15 a day to fill it.
Right.
They had top shelf liquor that was included in every room category. So you didn't need to upgrade to receive those like high top shelf spirits. And all of the restaurants were open to all of the categories as well. I believe there was only one restaurant that took reservations.
Right.
And that's for like the hibachi style. Which most resorts do. So if you want to make that reservation to actually get like more of a show experience with your dinner, but everything else was kind of open to everyone.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed with the restaurant offerings. Not necessarily because they had a bunch of them, but they had a variety of cuisines.
Yeah.
And that was cool to me. So a Mexican restaurant, a French restaurant, a Indonesian restaurant, Japanese restaurant, like a steakhouse, Italian. It was so many options. And I just thought that was cool. Like whatever your preference and palate, they were going to be able to make it happen for you. Seafood restaurant on the beach, like everything.
Yeah, everything. They had a food truck. They had a churro cart. Like it was just so many unique things. One of my favorite things was the cafe. The cafe was so cute. Like it was like a cute coffee shop that you would like see in the city. Like the aesthetic was so cute. They had like usually the cafes have like little small bites and like whatever kind of sandwiches, maybe like a tuna sandwich. They had like intricate like sandwiches.
Like I would order this
pesto,
at
or like it just was like these like gourmet style like sandwiches and pastries. They also had gelato.
That gelato was fire.
So good.
Bomb.
And the cafe was open, I think, to like 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah, the cafe is 7 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So they close for what, 5 hours?
Exactly. So love the cafe.
That was an amazing experience. The cafe I thought was both great because of what they offer, but it was also great aesthetically. So like for the content, queens and kings, that was where to be. The whole resort, honestly, is a content paradise.
It is.
But the cafe was adorable. Yeah. So you can get like your like, oh, I'm looking like I'm working content in the cafe for sure.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Not that was me.
That was me.
I'm hollering. We didn't mention the rooms.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the rooms.
Yes. So we both stayed in junior suites. Come to find out, Jasmine had a better room than I did, but that's okay.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, girl, she had a silver.
She posted her shower, and I was like, dang, Tosh didn't have a tub. That shower was huge, though.
It was huge. It was huge. But it was their standard room. Again, I'd say better very lightly because these rooms are massive.
Huge. Like the biggest resort rooms I've ever
They're
seen.
massive to be called junior suites.
They're huge.
So what I later found out was my room was a handicap accessible room. So that's why I didn't have the tub.
Okay.
Like, dang, y'all.
I'm wondering if that's because of the doubles. Because
it was definitely that. It was definitely that. But nevertheless, rooms humongous. Entry-level rooms. Huge.
So nice.
So many like amenities within the room, Bluetooth speakers throughout the rooms.
That was my first time seeing it.
Like dope.
That was cool.
Super dope. So like you could literally just enjoy getting ready in the shower with the music blasting because there's multiple speakers throughout your room.
That was decent.
Lit.
And the room is like huge. So it's like the fact that the speakers are here, like that's the size of the room. You need speakers throughout. Like one little speaker, Bluetooth wouldn't do it.
No. bathrooms, huge.
Yes.
Like I love space.
Yeah.
Closet space. They had huge balconies with the rooms. Like everything was just like do it and do it big.
Yeah, it was so nice.
And I love that for us.
Yeah, it was so nice. Like those rooms are like, you could stay in a room, watch TV, room service.
Oh, that room service was good.
Yes, 24/7 room
24-hour
service.
room service.
I thought that was crazy. So I was actually able to pre-order breakfast the night before checking out because my transportation was really early. So I was able to get breakfast as soon as they opened, like as soon as they started serving breakfast. They were at my door at like 6 a.m.
Wow.
It was so, like, I'm just like, the service was so good.
The service was stellar.
Yes.
Yes. Oh man, those rooms. They were great. I would say if you are a person who enjoys to just kind of hang out in the room, you'll be fine.
Absolutely.
You'll be absolutely fine. If you're a person that doesn't, you probably will end up because your room is so darn comfortable. You will spend
some time in that room for sure. At some point, like there's a couch.
I was gonna say there's a full living room.
Yeah, like
I actually turn the TV on, and I don't turn TVs on. Exactly.
That's why I'm like, I'm in here watching TV.
I'm like, it just felt like very homey.
Yeah,
like the way that the couch and everything with the TV, like
Chairs
it was like a
work
entertainment center. It wasn't just a television on the wall. I'm really like,
nice.
This feel like home. Hold up.
Yeah, coffee machine, mini fridge with snacks.
It was nice.
Yeah, nice. And
very
again,
nice.
Room service. We love room service. So definitely, if you choose to stay here, take advantage of ordering room service.
Please do, because even when I posted the room service in my story, folks were like, that don't look like regular food you get on room service.
Exactly.
Like it was good.
Buffalo wing. Like, yeah. I won't even dive into it.
Like, I'm just saying, like, the actual taste and cuisine,
good.
The quality of the food was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
The food was there. Now onto the drinks. The drinks we're drinking, 11 bars across this resort. So we had outdoor bars. They had a swim up bar. Again, that poolside bar. My favorite bar was Don Miguel, which was like a specialty bar, lounge. It was next to their sports bar, which was, I think, open to 2 a.m., the sports bar. I think Don Miguel closed a little bit earlier, but they had the specialty cocktails. So if you search Valentin Imperial on TikTok, because that's Google, you'll see these very unique cocktails. So they have like a cotton candy mojito.
Yeah.
They had like a Cosmo, which was like nitro filled or whatever. So you had your little bubble. What's another one they did?
They did something with with the espresso martini, but I can't remember what it was.
And the way they were served presentation was so cute.
Yeah.
It just was like you really got to get an experience with the restaurants and the bars on the property.
Yeah. They also had like a bourbon bar, which was strictly darks.
Yep.
And they had couches, and it looked like it used to be a cigar bar.
I think she said they ran out of cigars, but I think
it is a cigar bar. Okay.
They had like cigars, I think.
Yeah, so super cute, dark leather couches. Like it felt like a cigar bar.
It really felt like a cigar lounge.
Cigar lounge, yes. Like it's just experiences upon experiences at this property.
All on resort.
Yeah. Like they really thought it through, and I love that for them, but I loved it for us because we were just like, this is dope. We even went to the Michael Jackson show.
I was just about to say, speaking of experiences, they do shows, I want to say daily.
Now y'all know we don't go to no shows when we be outside.
It was so good. I was telling Mom, I'm like, they did an MJ show. Like, it was so good.
It was. And I was like, MJ. At first I was like, why are they dragging me to this? I'm going to go because I'm with them. But why am I going to this? But then I had a time.
It was fun. They packed the resort showed up and showed out for the MJ
Every
experience.
Seat was packed.
It out, okay? We was in the back, had to stand in the standing room area. I said, period. MJ stand. And we're going to wrap up Virgo season with
the MJ performance, period. Shout out to MJ.
But that was really dope. And they also had a burlesque show the following night. So they did like daily shows where it rotated and different offerings. So that was really cool to pop in and kind of, just enjoy some time, entertainment in the evening. They also had that like courtyard where they would do live music every night. It would vary whether it was like a singer or the band, or that night it was a DJ, and I missed it. And
it was both.
It got
actually
super lit.
It started with a band.
How I missed the lit night, y'all.
We was lit.
I am sick about that.
Y'all was tired. Y'all know she an old lady.
Y'all know I be sleep. Then the next
honestly,
day,
I am too. But I was with my friend, and she is not an old lady.
Y'all, I said, what? There was twerking, listening to Beyonce.
Yeah, it was a time.
Ice Spice. I said,
a time was had.
Sleep really got me.
Sleep really won that night.
Sleep really won that night. Because y'all know I like to get a little bit lit, not too lit.
Right, it was a little bit, it was like resort lit. Like it was
lit,
cute and contained. And we can walk back to our room at the end. Like it's not a whole thing.
So sad.
That's my kind of let's turn up.
Yeah. So it's fun. Like you can create that environment and get that entertainment on property. Yeah. I thought that was super dope.
Yeah, I think like overall the property is just stunning to like at first glance. Stunning.
Absolutely.
Oceanfront. We didn't even mention the oceanfront villas that they have too.
Yes, and they have those swim up rooms.
Yeah, they have everything. So like we stayed in entry level rooms, and y'all hear us talking about how bomb these were. Yeah. But we did take a property tour with the sales team and got to see some of the other categories. Amazing. It's up from here.
It's only up from better. Here. Like it only gets better.
Like the property recently done a huge renovation project, and you can tell like so beautiful and so luxury. Like honestly,
no, it gives 5-star. Like,
oh yeah,
definitely you get that 5-star experience. You're getting what you pay for. And again, this is adults only,
right?
So you don't have to worry about the kiddies.
Leave them children at home.
Very mature, and the hours reflected that. A lot of things were open later. The restaurants were open a little bit later.
The restaurants were open really late.
Yeah, exactly.
Like someone had a 10 p.m. reservation for their group of 12.
Yep, exactly.
Like,
exactly. So the restaurants were open pretty late. And you could just tell it just felt mature. You can tell that it was a adult only luxury resort. So
I would agree with that.
You definitely get that experience.
Yes. So I mean that's a good segue just to kind of wrap it up into just like the vibes and recommendations of like who this property would be for.
Yes.
Because we definitely have our assumptions.
It ain't prairie.
And while we had a time, that's just because we gonna do what we gonna do when we go outside. We love each other, so we gonna turn up. But we will be remiss if we ain't mention that the property was full of some of the old peoples.
Yeah. I would say, so y'all know I love to pinpoint. I would say that this is for retired, if not retired, very close to retired. But like early retirement, like, like not like, married couples who love to travel. So I would say definitely, because 40 is still like super fun. So I want to say 50.
See, 40 is super fun, but there are different types of 40-year-olds.
Yeah, no, there are.
Like 40, there's 40-year-olds that feel older because when we was young, 40 felt like 75. Today, it's like feels like 20. Like
40 is like cute.
But I just feel like you might still appreciate it in your 40s.
Definitely.
You're just like, I'm having a time, but I don't need to do the most.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm not in my 40s, and that's how I feel.
Yeah.
So it was fun for me.
Because, again, the entertainment was there.
Yes.
But just, again, to compare to the demographics, it was just a more older audience. Mature
audience.
Yes, a mature audience.
Because you can be mature in your 30s. And you can be mature in your 20s.
They were having a blast. Like everyone had a great time. And again, like we're talking late night. Like they was outside till like 2 a.m.
Honestly, I was just looking.
People were out there with them.
I was looking like I'm got to keep this going because how about that about to show me up?
So definitely not boring. But definitely it's adults only, so the price tag's a little higher.
Yeah.
So you do get what you pay for, and you can tell that it's a more mature traveler that goes here. So if you're looking for like super lit, turned up,
you will be the person to get the resort super lit and turned up,
like they did that night.
Like we did that night. We bought the sauce and the youth.
And that's why that was so sad I missed it. I mean, I just can't believe it. Literally.
Drinking Don Julio all night and having a time.
Yes.
And again, included. I had to pay extra for my Don Julio, period. Reposado.
We loved it.
So yeah, It was good though. It's a good resort. It's definitely luxury. That beach is stunning. If anything else, go for the beach and the food and the drinks and sleep.
The beds were so comfortable. The rooms were like obviously we went for work and play, so I'm like, I wish I had a little bit more time to sleep in, like, you know, actually just be in that bed to like maybe like 10 a.m. But it was nice. Like, it was so nice, cozy in the rooms. They had jacuzzis in most of the rooms, which I thought was great. So if you get that R&R, but you still are able to get so much entertainment and excitement throughout the resort and variety.
Yes.
I think the variety really adds to the experience, because if you want to try a different restaurant every night, or two different restaurants every night, because again, you don't have to make reservations. So if you're like, don't love this, want to pop in somewhere else, or go put your name on a list somewhere else, you can. So I think that variety really made the experience.
11 bars made the experience for me.
That's crazy.
It was a time.
Yeah, 11.
Time.
We tried all of them.
We did. Loving every minute of it. The last thing I will say before we jump into our favorite thing is they do have a upgrade offering called privé.
Yes.
So like at different resorts, it might be referred to as preferred club or diamond club. Like every kind of resort has a different name, but essentially what that does is give you upgraded offerings and amenities. So earlier when you mentioned the cabanas on the beach, which they call Bali beds, and they are pretty. You know, something like that is included if you have a privé, if you add the privé to your room.
Exactly.
And it's not necessarily the room types that are privé, but it's like the privé package to your room. So you can always elevate should you wish, but honestly, the standard offering
is elevated.
It is. Yes.
It is, definitely. And I think the privé was like an additional maybe like $70 to $90
a night.
Per person.
Yeah, like 70 something.
You know, if you want to add it, but the experience was super elevated already.
Yep. All right. Favorite thing about Valentin Imperial?
You already know them drinks. Like 11 bars. I just was like, I want to try everything. I also found my new grown-up cocktail.
Yes, because we was testing out stuff with Jasmine.
Yeah, because y'all know I don't drink like that. Like, I hate shots. I hate liquor. So I just be like, let me get this, add this, sugar, please. Extra sugar on the rim. So Tasha and her friend came up with a cute cocktail for me. It is vodka. We did Ketel One, Grand Marnier, a squeeze of fresh orange, maybe 2, extra chilled.
Extra chill.
Yes.
Make sure they shake it long.
That's my new cocktail. See? So the drinks did it for me. Found my new drink.
Now she
all at Valentin Imperial.
Like an adult at the bar.
Can't wait to order it.
I love it for you. My favorite thing was the beach.
Yes.
I mean, there was so much there. I enjoyed the time that was had. But I just remember being like, what is this beach? And I remember wanting to go back to the beach. Like, normally we get our beach day in and we go about our business. I remember being like, I need to go back to the beach. I need to find time. And I didn't, but that was because we were working. But that beach, oh my goodness. Yeah. And obviously we've seen beaches. We've been outside. This is episode 24. Y'all know we outside. But that beach, that white sand, that way that it cascaded into those turquoise waters.
Yeah. Unbelievable, honestly.
Stunning. It's stunning. And it's a private beach. So you don't got, and that's probably made part of the reason why it's so beautiful.
So beautiful.
You don't have all these vendors and random people trying to sell you stuff on it. Like, if they're there, they were approved by the property, but we didn't. I saw one guy and he wasn't like on the beach.
Yeah, or
he just was like near the bar
sharing
area.
it with other resorts where it's just like all like, you know, you don't have like, because it's an adult only resort. There's not like children on, like, it literally is the Valentin Imperial Beach.
Yes, and it's so smooth.
Gorgeous beach. Easy to walk on.
Like, I loved it.
So beautiful.
Obsessed. Yeah. So yeah, the beach for me.
The bars for me.
The bars for me. 𝑏².
Yes. So let us know if you guys have visited Valentin Imperial, or if you're looking to add it to your list now that you got the T on it.
Period. Because if you don't know, now you know. Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Guys International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your next unforgettable vacation experience to life.
Period. So if you want to go to Riviera Maya, to Valentin Imperial, or any great resort, or if you're looking to go anywhere, we're your girls. So hit up travelgoddessinternational.com and we got you.
Period, y'all. Submit them consultations and be outside. And with that being said, we shall transition into the traveling travel agent, aka our travel deal of the week. All right, y'all. We're keeping it cute. This is a destination that we have not featured before, so I'm excited about it. Hopefully by the end, you'll be excited as well. 5 days and 4 nights in Curacao.
Definitely on my list.
I know. ABC Islands. Late November, a Sunday to Thursday, with round-trip flights via JetBlue Airlines from JFK nonstop. So you don't got to stop nowhere. You get to JFK, you go about your business. Period. And a 5-star resort, guys. All of that for $928 a person. Now, I know that sometimes you're like, well, Tosh, them Jones be less expensive. But hear me out. This is Curacao. Okay? Baby. Okay? So you go look up Curacao if you want.
We talk about beautiful beaches.
You'll understand that is a steal.
Clear waters, white sands. Yeah.
That $928 per person is a steal.
Absolutely.
All right. So, of course, this is one of our premium membership deals. So, a premium membership is required to access our exclusive travel deals. So, of course, $9 a month, y'all. We talk about it all the time. Jasmine keep telling y'all, and I'm going to keep telling y'all.
That's it.
$9 a month gets you access to these exclusive deals, and these deals be dealing. So, make sure you click the link. Visit our website, see if it's a good fit for you. I personally think it is.
It should be. If not, check out the standard deals, browse those ones, start there.
Be great, I guess.
Get your feet wet, then we'll bring you over to the premium side.
Period. Awesome. Well, with that, it's time to get brunchy.
Time to get brunchy. This brunch is funny because it is a piggyback off of my guilty pleasure, which is Zeus Network.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, Tosh not gonna know what I'm talking about, but she gonna know the brunch spot. She gonna know the brunch spot. So if y'all watch Zeus, I know y'all do. Baddies just premiered and they went to Focus.
Great.
And if you're looking for a ratchet good time, if you're trying to have a brunch like they did, no, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
But Focus in DC is definitely a lit brunch party. We talk about DC often because DC is the brunch capital, and we are here on the East Coast. It is a skip hop away from us.
Yes.
I personally haven't been to Focus yet.
Okay.
But I've seen a bunch of clips about these twerk contests that they do every
brunch.
Yeah, they give out I think a bottle or something. So they do twerk contest.
They win a bottle.
It's a lit brunch from what I could see. And yeah, so that if you're looking for a lit brunch in DC, make your way to Focus.
I just need to make my way to DC in general because everything about DC is a vibe.
Yeah.
And every time I'm there, I'm just like,
a good time.
What is
every
this
time.
place? It's so great.
I was just saying that. Yeah, we need to go to DC.
We do. DC. We have a running list. We need to get to these places before they get too cold.
Right.
Because New York be cold.
Freezing.
DC is okay. But New York be cold. Adding this to my list now. Focus. Okay. Got it. I don't know about the ratchet good time. Y'all know me. I'll be like, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, that's definitely, if you're looking for a bougie brunch, that's not it.
Okay.
I got y'all the next episode. But not this one. This one is a good old ratchet brunch.
Oh, great. All right. Last but not least, question of the day.
Yes.
I thought this one was fun. Because we definitely are, I feel like
this often.
We do. And we also are like those people that's like, child, it's vacation. It don't need to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
You can rock these on vacation and make them work at home,
Quick
but
and
you don't
easy.
need to spend a bunch of money to do it.
Exactly.
So the question of the day is, when it comes to vacation wear, which do you prefer? Shein or Shein or Sheen?
Yeah.
Or Fashion Nova?
Shein is always weird to me, but that's what some people say. I am a Shein girl because I'm like, vacation wear for me is like 2 to 3 wears.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I took pictures in it, like I'm not about to obviously certain like swimwear can be like staple, but for the most part, I'm like, these looks are like disposable. So the cheaper, the better. If I like for vacation, I'll like, especially if it's like a big vacation, like everything's been so impulsive lately.
Yeah.
But if it's like a planned vacation, $200 on Shein, we're good. Everything. Accessories, swimwear, like bags, everything for the vacation, $200. I'm not trying to exceed that. And then like I'm big on like usually pairing with like my cheap vacation wear with designer sunglasses and like designer like bags and shoes, and like the clothes don't need to be expensive.
And honestly, that's what everybody be doing. All your favorites.
Get into it.
They got their Amazon fits and their designer accessories.
Exactly.
Act like you know. For me, it's Fashion Nova. And that's only because I still, guys, have not ordered from Shein.
She gotta try it. Tell her to try it. In the comments, tell Tasha to try
I
Shein,
don't know why. It's like, you know what? I do know why, but also when I say why, you're gonna be like, well, Fashion Nova is the same thing. I'd be overwhelmed by the offerings.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can navigate Fashion Nova a little bit better.
Easier, yeah.
So I'm just going to choose Fashion Nova because I just know, it's tried and true. But if I'm being honest, I definitely do more like Boohoo and Pretty Little Things too.
Yeah, I love me some Boohoo.
But they're a little bit more expensive than Fashion Nova and Shein. Exactly. So that's why this was the question of the day.
Amazon, I would say Amazon's gotten a little pricey for me. Yeah, I'm like, sorry, I owe y'all some links, but I have been avoiding because a little pricey for the girl. I'm like, I can find this on Shein. And that's another thing. Shein has a good little search tool. Yeah. Like similar to Google image search tool. So if you do see something, that's just a little tip, ladies, because I don't always want to pay the price that I see. So you could take the picture and put it in Shein, and they'll show you if they have something similar. Jasmine put me on to that,
and I saved a grip on an outfit that somebody wanted $100 for.
You could get it for like $35.
And I got it for the low.
Yeah. So
same thing.
Exactly. And you're only going to wear it 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
So y'all let us know. Shein or Fashion Nova when it comes to your vacation wear.
Period.
That need to be an episode.
Yeah.
Because vacation is expensive.
Like, we got to break it down because it don't need to be, y'all.
It's so expensive.
We understand that sometimes, like, we know we're probably the exception because we about to be outside every other week. So it's like, y'all doing... We get that, but guys, we know y'all might do 1 vacation, 2 vacations a year and feel like you gotta go all out.
But no, let's bring it in.
You don't though.
Just cut some expenses.
Go hard on your accessories. It's gonna look the same, sis. I promise.
They're gonna last longer too, because them clothes not gonna last regardless.
You get one little snag because your bracelet snagged the material. Now you irk because you paid $200. It's the whole thing.
And it's like crochet and like our vacation wear is thin, sheer, see-through. Like, it's fine.
You'll be fine.
But let us know what y'all think.
Oh, with that being said, I guess that's our episode.
Yes, thanks for tuning in. Another episode 24.
Yes.
We're getting up there.
I love it for us so much. And I love hanging out with you guys. So thank you guys for enjoying Travel Fly Sexy. Yes. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Share.
And share, absolutely. Yes. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Travel Fly Sexy. And be sure to leave us a review. We love y'all reviews.
Yes.
It gives us feedback and input on what you like, what you don't like, and what you like to see. So yeah, leave us a review on your preferred platform.
Definitely. And we want to shout out your reviews. So definitely take a little moment, write us a review so we can shout you out. And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of Travel Fly Sexy, please send us an email at info@travelflysexy.com so we can discuss what that looks like for you.
Period.
Anything else?
I think that's it, y'all.
It's always sad to go.
I know, we hate to see y'all go.
I know,
so
but
let her watch you leave.
Leave me alone. Y'all still gotta let us know if that's how y'all feel. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.